Hello, welcome to the boot room. Last week Ipswich Town were drinking in the Last Chance Saloon. I think their drink got spiked, Stu, because they didn't get the win they needed against Reading, and that seemingly has condemned Ipswich to relegation and 11 more games of the Championship season still to go, starting at West Brom, which isn't a particularly nice one to go to.
On the face of it, no, team that's just come down, still got a ridiculous squad, fourth in the table, very much in the promotion hunt, but they lost 4-0 at Leeds last weekend, backlash, possibly. But they're just a sense that the thing's a little bit edgy there. Their home form's not great. I think 2 wins in 10, both of those were against Wigan, so they're a counter-attacking side. I think they prefer playing away, and the onus and the pressure will be very much on them.
Yeah, but well, how do Ipswich go into this game? Then obviously they will not stop fighting. They won't stop battling, because it's not mathematically certain they'll be relegated. But is this the time, in your opinion, to start planning for next season?
I think there's got to be an element of that, but I think that will be phased over the next few games. I don't think you suddenly chuck out all of the short-term players overnight, but they'll phase a few of them out, and that will happen over the next few days. And yes, I think that has to start from now.
There are kinder places to do that than at the Hawthorns, though, aren't there? Against a team packed with Premier League talent. So should we move on and have a quick look at our predicted lineups?
Let's do it.
Right then, Stu, hit me up. What team are you going for?
I'm going with a very similar team to one that finished against Reading last weekend. I thought that improved them, those half-time switches that Paul Lambert made. So it's a return to 4-3-3, 4-2-3-1, whatever you want to call it. I think that would sort of match up West Brom. Bart in goal, and the back four, let me just check my notes. Pennington, I thought, adapted really well to right back when he moved across there. He got in some good crosses, and I think if Dwight Gale's sort of playing down the left as he has been, Pennington might be the man to try and look after him. A tough job there. Chambers, and I'm going to go with Toto Nsiala at centre back alongside him. The option would be to bring back in Jonas Knudsen back after suspension in place of the injured James Collins, but that's starting to plan for next season. I think we know Jonas will be going. I know Toto had the mistake for the late goal, but other than that, I thought he did okay actually. He brought the ball out from defence, he pinged a few flat balls into the striker's feet. We know he's a good competitor, so I'd give him a chance. There at centre-back, Kenlock again at left-back. Then the midfield three would be Scoos, Nolan and Bishop. Didn't like Bishop up front. I think he's better at the tip of a midfield three. And then the front three is Gwion Edwards again, who I think has had 3 really good, encouraging performances off the bench. Looks like he's rediscovering that early season form. Alan Judge on the left, not ideal. Prefer him in the number 10 slot, but he's going to have to play out there in this system with Quainer up front.
Mine looks quite different. I didn't see the Reading game, but mine is quite different. I think that the wing-back system could have a bit of joy against a more narrow West Brom midfield three. They'll need to work really hard to look after the West Brom wingers, but if they can do that and soak up a bit of pressure, there might be a bit of room for them to get forward. So I'm going to go with the wing-back system. I would put Bart in goal, obviously. Initially, I'd written down James Bree's name on my little notes, but on reflection, I think if you're playing wing-backs and you're asking these guys as wing-backs to get forward a bit more, this might be a game for Josh Emmanuel. It's maybe a little bit early, but I thought, why not? If you're going to have a look at him where he might be able to show all sides of his game. He's an attacking fullback, and that's the side of his game that gets the most plaudits. Left back would be Miles Kenlock. Across the midfield, central defensive three, I would go Pennington, Chambers, and it sounds to me like Lambert would go with Jonas Knudsen. I think I would as well, because they are still trying to win this game, and he offers that balance on the left of that central defensive three. Central midfield three then would be Cole Scoos. I think needs to come back in. There's a lot of experience in that West Brom midfield. Put him back in to combat that. Flynn Downs as well, a bit of tenacity in there, a bit of drive, and I've also put Alan Judge in there, a bit tighter. You need to have him on the pitch, and I think maybe Teddy Bishop could be an impact sub in this one. Up front, I'd love to see Caden Jackson and Ellis Harrison paired together. I can't see that happening. That's what I'd like to see. Failing that, I think Colin Quaylen will probably play. Why not pair him with Gwion Edwards? We've tried Teddy Bishop in that forward role. Let's give Gwion a go. That's what I'd do.
Key battles, where this game's going to be won and lost, Andy.
Ooh. Pick your poison. For me, Miles Kenlock's going to have a busy afternoon. Whoever he ends up facing. Could be Jacob Murphy. Could be Hal Robson-Kanu. Could be Matt Phillips. And Matt Phillips is a player that I really like. On his day, he's one of the best attacking players in the division. His day doesn't come every day, but when it does, he runs at his man. He's really good on the ball and he can find little pockets of space. And those are the kind of players that Kenlock struggles with, the players that can use their body well, take up space, get in behind and cause him sort of positional trouble. So that is a key battle for me. Whoever's playing down the right of the West Brom front three against Miles Kenlock, who it sounds as if at the very least the option in his contract is going to be taken. He'll want to prove that he's well worth that. So that's an interesting battle for me.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think Miles Kenlock will be staying, but he's now got to prove that he's going to be the starting left back next season, and this is a prolonged trial for that, really, isn't it, over these next few games. Key battle, key area of the pitch for me will be that centre of the park. If it is 3v3 in midfield, two very experienced players there in Gareth Barry and Jake Livermore. Barry, by all accounts, 38 now, is still doing the business in terms of, mentally. I think he's ahead of everyone else on the pitch. Physically, he probably doesn't have the same intensity to his play. Perhaps the same could be said of Jake Livermore. So I think we saw this in the game at Portman Road. If Ipswich can play with high intensity and a high press and not allow West Brom time on the ball in the middle of that pitch, then that's where they could get some joy. Because if you stand off those two guys, then they've got the vision and the ability to cause real trouble for Ipswich. So vital that Cole Scouse is back up to speed following his injuries. Vital that Bishop, Judge, Downs, if it's Downs, play with that dynamism and intensity that we've seen in some of the Lambert games so far. If they can do that, might get some joy.
Right then, my old friend, we're not very good at these predictions, but how do you see this one going?
How do I see this one going? I think they'll lose, Andy, and I don't think that will come as a shock to people that they're going away to West Brom, but I think West Brom will have to work hard for it. I think there may be edgy moments for them. I think it might end up 1-0 to West Brom and they might have to wait a little while to get their goal. I just hope Ipswich can make a good fist of it.
I can see a similar story to the home game, a 2-1 win for West Brom. Again, like you said, Ipswich made West Brom work that night, but you felt that West Brom maybe had some other gears to find. Yeah. They will want to win this game because if they have real hope of pushing themselves back into that automatic race, you have to beat the team that's bottom at home. I think you're right. I think there could be some nerves early on, but I think the class will tell eventually. 2-1. Yeah.